Guys, Harry here and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a good week, whatever you're up to. Let me know if you've been out for a run or a walk or whatever you've done. Let me know what you're doing, let me know your targets, and just let me know what you're kind of aiming towards at the minute. Especially with no races on, I'd love to hear it. Anyway, today I thought I'd talk a little bit about the benefits of having a coach. Now, up until recently I'd never had a coach. Always stayed away from that for whatever reason, mainly because I just like to do my own thing. Whether that was for the better or the worse, it was just what I did. So if I wanted to do a half marathon one day, I'd do it, and if I wanted to do another one the next day, then I'd do that. Maybe not the best for improving or getting better at a certain time, but it was just what I enjoyed. I enjoyed exploring and just doing long, kind of steady, not necessarily fast, but good pace runs without the kind of speed work that you kind of need for the short distances. Anyway, recently I've got a coach. It's provided me a little bit more structure, and I thought I'd talk a little bit about the benefits of having a coach. Obviously, there's a lot of benefits. All the best runners in the world, of which I'm definitely not one of them, but all the best runners definitely have a coach, kind of give them a bit of direction. So yeah, 5 tips as always, and I'll start with number 1. So number 1 is accountability. So basically, you've got someone to kind of, go to after a run, or if you don't make that run, you're going to feel bad because you've let down not only yourself, but you've let down your coach as well. So you're accountable in that aspect. If you're given a weekly kind of plan, in my case, or a monthly plan, or whatever it might be, you feel a kind of pressure, not pressure, but you just feel it's the right thing to do to get it done. I don't struggle myself for motivation, but I understand that is a problem for a few people. So having a coach keeps you accountable and keeps you kind of going without any excuses, hopefully. Tip number 2, I'd say it provides structure. Now, before I had a coach, my training plan was, well, it wasn't really a plan. It was all over the place. I was doing whatever I wanted to do every day. Even if I was tired, I'd do like long runs just because I was enjoying it, to be fair. But obviously that's not the best, not getting the right amount of rest. And as I said, I didn't really do much kind of speed work. I'm trying to get my 5k time down at the minute, so I need to add a bit of speed work. And I'm very kind of inexperienced in that area of running. So having a coach there who's a lot more experienced than me, which I'll come on to in a sec, is great. First of all, it decreases injury risk. And secondly, I'm going to get, those interval sessions that I don't know much about, and they'll tell me why I need to do them and, for how long. So that really helps me. Tip number 3, as I just said, experience. So usually a coach, just naturally, they are going to be kind of older than you. They're going to be more experienced. They've got to done a lot of races in their career. So they know a lot about running just through experience. Obviously, they've probably learnt a lot as well through reading or just learning off others. But yeah, experience plays a big part. They can, look back at their races or races they've watched and give that to whoever they're coaching. So my coach is, I won't say the age, but very experienced to say the least. And yeah, brilliant. Always giving useful tips, useful hints that I can use, put into practice, and take on board for the coming runs. Tip number 4, I'd say motivation. Kind of ties into accountability, but basically having a coach just gives you that extra bit of motivation, someone to kind of feel like you're doing it for, if that makes sense. As I said, I don't really struggle for motivation anyway, but I know some people do. Some people get put off by the smallest things, whether it's rain or whatever it is. Having a coach, they can just give you that bit of motivation, keep you going, give you those motivating words, and keep you motivated to achieve your goals if that's something you struggle with. So yeah, especially if you get a coach that's nice and positive, always giving you good feedback, as well as improvements when you need them. Brilliant. You're going to be highly motivated, I'd say. And finally, one again kind of ties in to what I've just said, but feedback. So obviously when you go out for a run or a session or an interval session or whatever it is, you're going to tell your coach about that usually, and they'll tell you maybe you went a bit too quick on this, or maybe you can try going slower next time, or just giving that feedback allows you to kind of tailor your plan to perfectly suit you. So for example, I did a few 400 meter reps a few days ago. I think it was 12 by 400, or was it 10 by 400? Anyway, I was meant to do them in 80 seconds for each one, and I did them, all of them were a bit below 80 seconds, which is good. So it was like 75 to 79 for all of them. But maybe that's not what I should have done. In that case, coach was happy with that and said, sometimes that happens. That's a good sign, you know, you're ahead of pace. But say something I do struggle with myself, if I'm told to do a 5-mile run at a certain pace, kind of a recovery pace, I often struggle with discipline to kind of keep that pace, especially with music. If I'm running along with music, I tend to go a lot quicker than I should do. So yeah, providing that feedback, telling you when you may be not doing the right thing is very, very useful, and definitely a big difference going from not having any kind of input or plan and then having a coach. So yeah, 5 tips there for having, or 5 benefits for having a coach. Hopefully you agree with me. Let me know if you do, or if you've got any more, and let me know if you do have a coach. In the next, well, maybe not the next video, but I will talk about the kind of cons or limitations of having a coach as well. I'm sure you know a few of them already. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed, guys. Really enjoying the feedback at the minute. Thank you for the comments, likes, subscribes, or subscriptions. Keep it up. Love seeing all your content, and I'll see you in the next one. But thank you for watching, and see you next time.